Hello there, thank you for joining me today. My name is Nick, and I am so excited to open up this Elite Trainer box for Pokemon Destined Rivals. Now, I've grown up enjoying the Pokemon game and the anime since I was a little kid, and my favorite games were the Johto games. Gold, Silver, especially Crystal, but also Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, if you were like me, growing up in the 90s, you know that once you caught the legendary of the game, whether it was Lugia or Ho-Oh, you had to put it into your team of 6 Pokemon, right? Before you beat the Elite Four. And so what I would like for you to do is in the comments below, let me know who your team of 6 would be if you were to play any of the Johto games, but you have to include Ho-Oh or Lugia in that team. I've always thought that Lugia seems to take a more prominent role in the anime. Ho-Oh was kind of always subtly in the background and very majestic and beautiful, and I just love the lore behind Ho-Oh, you know, resurrecting Raikou and Entei and Suicune back to life after the Burn Tower incident. Hopefully we can pull an Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, but if not, this is my first ever Elite Trainer box to open. And this is also my first ever Pokemon related video on this channel. And so let me know what kind of videos you might like to see if you really enjoy this by the end of it. I really enjoy the small things. You know, I enjoy the Johto games. I really enjoy shiny hunting for Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and catching them in apricorn balls, the ones that Kurt would make back in Azalea Town. And Gary Oak, he's one of my favorite characters from the anime, and I love his character arc, even though I think it's ironic that when Gary battled Giovanni in the anime, Gary was using a Nidoking, but Giovanni was not. So I thought that was interesting. So thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna open this up and see what we get. This is also my first time getting back into the Pokemon card game in many years. When I was a kid, I collected some cards here and there. My grandmother, my gram, she somehow got me a German Ho-Oh card from Neo Revelations, and it was in damaged condition. In recent months, my wife has encouraged me, you know, when I've come across that Ho-Oh card again, to get back into collecting cards just for fun. And for me, we're excited to learn how to play the game. We're going to see how it goes. But what really draws me into the Pokemon trading card game is the artworks. And so there's a lot of beautiful ones in this set, so we're going to see what we pull out of it today. All right, so here we go, friends. We have our Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box. Let's get this out of the plastic, and then we will go through the contents and see what it looks like up close. As you can see here with our little setup, we have the Pokemon Masters Quest Complete Season, signed by Eric Stewart, James, and Brock from the anime, as well as Veronica Taylor. I met them both at the Chicago Collectathon in 2024, and Veronica Taylor, the voice of Ash Ketchum, she was just the sweetest person. She got to meet my wife and son, and we got to talk about being parents, and it was just a really sweet time. She was just a very, you know, beautiful soul, and it was just a really special time. But here is the Destined Rival set. Oh, and we also have Suicune and Ho-Oh. They are my favorite legendaries, and we have this really awesome playmat from the Pokemon Center website. My wife got this for me when we were first dating back in 2018. It has been sold out for a while on their website since then, but I'm very grateful to have it. Here is the Elite Trainer box itself, and as you can see on the back with the contents, you get some really cool sleeves with Giovanni and Team Rocket. You get a nice little Wobbuffet promo. Wobbuffet! We got some different pack arts here, as well as a book that shows all the cards that are in the set. We've got some counters and coins and things for the card game, which my wife and I are excited to try out the trading card game. We have never played it before, but we are going to be playing casually, of course. We do not plan on doing anything competitive with it, but hopefully this will be a nice little way to learn with the player's guide. And so inside of it, you have all kinds of different things, including tips and strategies on how to use the different archetypes, if you will, the different types of trainers. Ethan is definitely going to be the chase cards for me. I was a huge fan of Gold, Silver, Crystal, as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And fun fact, my son's name is Ethan. And so it now has quadruple infinity special meaning to me now. And so he was not named after the Pokemon trainer, Ethan. We named him for other reasons. My wife and I really wanted to name our son based on the meaning of the name. And so the name Ethan means the strength and endurance of God, I believe. And so we decided to go with that name. But it's kind of a nice cherry on top that it's also the trainer's name from the Johto games. But as you can see here, these are all of the cards in the set, including Holo right there. And so I'm very excited to see what we get from this set. But because this is my first Elite Trainer box that I've ever opened, and my first trading card product that I've opened in a long time since I was a little kid in elementary school, I'm just excited to get anything, honestly. I used this from some birthday money from my grandparents, and so I'm super grateful to them. I was able to get this from my local card shop today on opening day, and so we're just going to enjoy it and see what we get, because if you think about it, when I was a little kid in the 90s, I mean, who at my age at the time wouldn't have just geeked out over knowing that they would have a chance to open up Pokemon cards and talk about something that they love with their friends online? And so that's what we get to do today, and so I'm just really, really excited about that. Now here's the contents of the box. This is really, really cool. Looks like we have some counters here, and like I mentioned, my wife and I are going to be trying to learn the card game, so we'll see how that goes. I'm very excited though. I have a water type deck. Looks like these are the counters maybe for the damage counters and things like that, and we have a Team Rocket dice right there, which is really cool. But I'm going to be trying a water type deck, and these are the sleeves I'm going to be using for that deck. And then I got my wife these ones. She's a big fan of Snorlax and some of the Kanto Pokemon like Gengar and Bulbasaur. But these are from the Pokemon Center in Japan. And so I've never been to Japan. I really want to go to Japan. But until I go to their Pokemon Centers in person, I will enjoy them vicariously by getting products online from eBay sellers and things like that that sell some of their products from the Japanese stores themselves. But I'm going to be trying out a water type deck, so that's why I got this sleeve. I really enjoyed Pokemon Sapphire, and this is just a beautiful artwork. And my wife is going to be trying a grass type deck. So if you have any suggestions as far as what kinds of cards might be good for a casual grass type or water type deck, please let me know. I'd be really excited to learn. And this is the Team Rocket's Wobbuffet right here. I know some people are bummed out that James and Jesse are not in it, but hey, it still looks like a fun time. You know, they could clean up their mess a little bit, but you know, they might be getting some Pizza Hut and enjoying their time together before they go out and commit some crimes. And you know, I wouldn't recommend that lifestyle, but to each their own. You know, there is grace and forgiveness, you know, from time to time. Actually, I tell my wife all the time that it'd be nice, for the most part, it would be nice if people in the real world treated each other the way they do in the Pokemon anime, except for Team Rocket and things like that. But we got the Wobbuffet promo, and then we've got these card dividers here, in case you put your cards in the deck box, things like that. So very, very nice. And then we've got these energy cards here. So I've already stocked up on some grass energies and water type energies for my wife and I for when we try the card game, but it's always nice to have extras, I guess. So we'll see how many is helpful to have in a deck. And here's these amazing looking sleeves. We are going to sleeve the chase cards that we get, the ones that we really like from this set, but this is Giovanni and Mewtwo. I would have gushed over if they had the armored Mewtwo from the very first Pokemon movie in this card set, if they had that as an artwork, but that's okay. But it is an amazing, really cool looking Mewtwo there. We have 9 packs here, so let's see what we get. And again, thanks for joining me for this. This is my first video trying out something like this. I've been wanting to do it for years, and I've always been, you know, too nervous and insecure to try it, but now we're going to do it. And like I said, just the artworks enough are worth enjoying. And so we're kind of going to go through these a little slow. We've got Marnie's Morpeko, Team Rocket's Larvitar. I really like the Tyranitar line. Team Rocket's Blipbug, Citadel. I enjoyed shiny hunting a couple of these in Pokemon Scarlet. Caught them in a heavy ball, because as I mentioned, I really like the apricorn balls that Kurt makes in Azalea Town. Team Rocket's Weezing, Team Rocket's Petrel, and we got our reverse holos, which I really enjoy reverse holos. I just really appreciate that they take any card from the set and make it subtly holographic, but it's not too hard on the eyes. We've got Heart Flame Mask Ogerpon, Energy Recycler, and we've got an EX Regirock. I guess I'm going to have to get a Regice and Registeel EX now to go with that. So, and then the Psychic Energy. And I really like the reverse holos, like I said, and I assume that these energy recyclers are going to be useful for the game itself as we build our decks, my wife and I, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm just grateful and excited to open this. It's just, you know, Pokemon has done so much for me. Even in 6th grade, when it was probably the hardest year in school, you know, mentally and emotionally, relationally, things like that. I remember waking up early so I could watch the Pokemon anime at 6:30 a.m. before catching the school bus, and it just made me feel safe, you know. Misty's Magikarp. Let me know, too, if you think that the Misty's cards would work well in a casual water-type deck. I'm kind of curious to see if they'll blend. Ethan's Pichu. That's a really, really cute card. Tauros. Marnie's Morpeko. Huntail. Marnie's Scrafty. If I'm saying any of the newer Pokemon's names wrong, please let me know too. Team Rocket's Great Ball. That's a cool looking item. Mudbray. I caught a shiny one in Pokemon Scarlet. I caught it in a fastball, of course, because it's an apricorn ball. And I named it Shibizuman. My wife really liked that nickname. She thought it was funny. Rotom. And Zamazenta. That's a really cool looking artwork right there. That's beautiful. I had Pokemon Sword version, but I think I liked the design of Zamazenta a little bit better. I don't know. Zacian, I think is how you say it. He's a really cool Pokemon, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't recommend sticking a sword out of your mouth like that, but he's a really cool, he's a loyal boy, you know? But I always thought Zamazenta looked really cool too. Marnie's Purloin. Team Rocket's Mareep. I really like the Ampharos line. Of course, I caught some shiny ones in Pokemon Scarlet. They look really good in a Moonball. Ethan's Slugma. Yanma. I got an Alpha shiny Yanma or Yanmega in Legends Arceus, so I was really, really happy with that. Probopass. That is some direct eye contact with the camera there, by the way. Team Rocket's Mimikyu. Cynthia's Power Weight. I know Cynthia fans are very excited for this set. Team Rocket's Ekans. Man, the story arc with Team Rocket, Jesse and James, and their Ekans and coughing is just really, really beautiful, and it's so much fun. Team Rocket's Dottler. And Annihilape. I really like Annihilape. I've got a couple of shiny ones in my Pokemon Scarlet game, and of course I had to catch one in a Moonball, but it's just a really, really fun and awesome for Terra Raid battles too. So we're going to sleeve this one up. Alright. Next is the Ho-Oh pack. Let's see what we get. I really like this art. You know, and of course I'm really hoping for the special illustration rare of Ethan's Ho-Oh, but honestly any Ho-Oh would be really cool to get. Okay. There we go. Had to do a little bit of troubleshooting there, but that's okay. Hopefully I don't spoil anything. Okay, we've got Team Rocket's Larvitar. Team Rocket's Blipbug. Satotl, little happy boy. Marnie's Purloin. Team Rocket's Orbeetle. The cool looking artwork. It's like he's, going down their lair before going off onto a mission. Rapidash. Cynthia's Power Weight. And now for the reverse holos, we got Relor. Spike Mewtwo, that's a really cool looking one. And Blaziken. I really like Blaziken. I think he is underrated. I got a shiny one in Pokemon Scarlet in a fastball, and it took a long time to try to do the reset trick for a shiny Torchic using a shiny sandwich in the Blueberry Academy. I know there's YouTube videos kind of suggesting how to go about that because it's near impossible to actually find an outbreak for Torchic in that game. But once we caught a shiny one, it was very rewarding. If you guys think I'm going to damage the cards, I apologize, but I am. I promise I am being careful. Cynthia's Gibble. Pineco. Clamperl. I thought it was cool, too, that Brock caught a Pineco in a fastball in the anime when they were first introduced to the Apricorn Balls. Clamperl. Ponyta. Team Rocket's Muck. Arcanine. I'd love a reverse holo of this. Arcanine's great. Team Rocket's Giovanni, the big man himself. Team Rocket's Porygon 2. Oh, and an illustration rare. Team Rocket's Weezing. Weezing. That is awesome. We've got a Crustle and a Grass Energy. Nice, we did pull an illustration rare. That's awesome. Very cool. Like I said, I'm just excited to see anything that we can get. Oh, we gotta sleeve up the Wobbuffet too. All right, we are back. I may have bumped into the tripod where the camera's at, and so, rookie mistake. Like I said, this is my first unboxing video I've ever done, and so I am learning as I go, doing this on my iPhone 16 Pro with a little wireless microphone off of Amazon, and so trying to see how this hobby goes. Team Rocket's Mareep. Ethan's Slugma. Cynthia's Gibble. I always run into, not always, but a lot of times when I'm shiny hunting for a ground type, I would run into a random shiny Gibble. It's not a bad thing. Pineco. Team Rocket's Golbat. Mudsdale. Shibizuman. Arvin's Sandwich. Ethan's Slugma. That's a cool reverse holo. Steven's Carbink. And Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Oh, look at that. Shiny Grimmsnarl is probably one of the coolest shinies because it, it just turns all white and it's scary looking, but still really cool. That's awesome. Sorry, Wobbuffet. I know you're used to blasting off again, but we'll keep you safe. Don't worry. There we go. Does anyone else ever feel satisfied with the noise of opening up packs like that? I don't know. It's kind of soothing sometimes. I don't know. I like it. Marnie's Scraggy. Got to keep his pants up. Mudbray. Breloom. Snover. Speaking of water types, we haven't gotten many of Misty's cards, I don't think. Team Rocket's Weezing, the regular art. Abomasnow. Hippowdon. That's a cool artwork right there with the moon in the background. He's like howling at the moon. Must be tired. Smoliv. Ram. Oh, my wife would get a kick out of this card. She likes cute Pokemon and grass types. Ethan's Pichu, reverse holo. And Team Rocket's Articuno. I know that they have Moltres as a special illustration rare. Would have been cool to have Articuno, but I understand why they didn't, because I think there was a special illustration of Articuno in Journey Together, the set right before this one. We're going to sleeve Pichu too. I wonder, just based on his ability too, I mean, a free card draw, if you could just kind of throw him into any deck. I don't know. That'd be fun. No Ethan's Ho-Oh yet, but we'll see what we get. Like I said, this is just a fun set to open, so we're grateful with whatever we got. Clampearl, Ponyta, Marnie Scraggy, Mudbray, Shibizuman, Team Rocket's Arbok, Team Rocket's Porygon Z this time, Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Wonder if this would be good in a water-type deck. It looks like it's pretty generic for that. Team Rocket's Golbat. That's a cool-looking artwork right there. Wow. It's really cool. Arven's Greedent and Hydrapple. I've got a page in my binder where I have an Archelodon, and so it'd be cool to put this next to him. They have the two dragon types that are new to Blueberry Academy, so that's fun. Last pack. Let's see what we get out of this last one. I don't know if we'll get any illustration rares because we already got one with the Weezing, but again, we're just gonna enjoy whatever we get. And again, I am sorry if it looks like I am not careful with the cards, but I promise I am trying to be. Hippopotas, Team Rocket's Ekans, Combuskin. Where's Torchic? If we already got him, I might have forgotten. Cynthia's Phoebus. This was so hard to shiny hunt in Pokemon Scarlet, but we got one in a lure ball. But it lagged the game because of the water that it was in. Hopefully the water locations will be very improved when you can play the game on the Switch too. Rapidash. And we've got Ethan's Sudowoodo, Reverse Holo. Put that here. Arven's Sandwich, Reverse Holo. And a Zerora. Regular holographic there. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much for opening these cards with me and going back in time to some of our childhoods and enjoying the Kanto and Johto region, whether it's Team Rocket or whether it's Ethan or whether you're even a fan of Cynthia or Marnie or Misty. Thank you so much. This has been a really, really fun opening, and I'm grateful for the chance to get into this hobby again, and let me know what kinds of other videos you would like to see in the future. Thanks, and God bless, and hope you have a great day.